What are some really weird subreddits? Our Red Tape 2 Trees used to be a parody of our Red Staple Trees, but now it's furry porn. One question, how? Exclamation mark. I'm pretty sure I heard about a group of people who would go around changing different, smaller subreddit into furry porn subreddits. This is the natural progression of things. Our John Cena and our Potato Salad. They're only weird because their content is related to the other subreddit. For example, pictures of potato salads on our John Cena. But it's worth it. On that note, there's a similar thing going on with our trees and our marijuana enthusiasts. And on April Fool's they switch purposes. There was one subreddit, which is banned a fake, where a guy started a cult by making people believe that DMT cures cancer. He gave away lots and lots Reddit gifts and money too. Weird times. He was also active in our teenagers for some reason. Any idea what happened to him? He was also active in our teenagers for some reason. I think we all know what that reason is. And it probably informs us as to what happened to him. He grew up? Not exactly a weird subreddit, but our Tim and our Tom, two tiny subs that are almost identical, are having a war right now. War? Explain. Usually it's people from one subreddit posting things about how theirs is superior on the enemy's subreddit. Lol, I bet there's some good flames to watch. Our Ank Memes, it's a meme page dedicated to Ankylosaurus themed memes. Not as bizarre as other subs posted, but our deep into YouTube has some good content, and it's casual enough I can watch it at work most of the time, but I've occasionally come across some truly bizarre, creepy shit on that sub. Like, shit that wouldn't get you in trouble at work, but if you were caught, coworkers would definitely look at you sideways from then on. Our Antivaccine is a fake subreddit containing nothing about vaccines at all and instead is entirely consisting of videos of remixes of the Quad City DJ's hit Space Jam. It has been quarantined anyway by an inept admin. You, Spez, do something about this. LMAO, they quarantine an obviously satirical joke sub making fun of anti-vaxxers. But our heroine is still up and glorifying the use of something that literally kills you. Admins are complete idiots. Welcome to Reddit, where the rules are made up and the points don't matter. Thanks, Drew. Our Alzheimer's group. It's a bunch of people posting the same Garfield comic strip talking about how funny it is. So our funny. What was that subreddit where only bots were allowed to post? It was super weird. Our subreddit simulator. Our chickens wearing pants. It's all fun and games for Link until the chicken puts on the big boy britches. I'm surprised no one said it yet. Have to admit it's really bizarre. Bizarre. Lower Duck Pond is a perfectly friendly, average community. How dare you? This is probably Cheryl's son. He's always bad-mouthing something. I'm honestly not sure whether to be charmed or scared shitless. But you know me. Always dramatic. Have been since we were kids. Our Russia or Alabama. The sub itself is good. The content on there is something else. Unfortunately it is declining, so I'm hoping enough people see this and decide to go visit. Name pretty much sums up what to expect. Edit. Not a mod on the sub. Just one I personally can't get enough of and would love to see it get more attention. Our Fear may open in old Reddit. Oh shit, some of that stuff is genuinely creepy. Like much creepier than our creepy. These threads are what I live for. Time to go down some rabbit holes. I remember I found some subreddit about people who want to fuck their own mums, and that's when I checked out for the day. Our BX Junkies. It's a technobabble sub that can either look marginally legit, or go beyond Star Trek in its fake technical linguistics. Surprise, nobody mentioned our fed legs yet. I've been on the internet a lot. I've seen the weird, surreal and the transparently pornographic. But that sub is easily one of the more bizarre things I've seen in recent years. Bravo. Our honey fuckers. I never would have thought on my own that beef fetish is a thing. But after a couple minutes on that subreddit it seems so obvious. Rule 36, I think, of the internet states, if it exists, it's somebody's fetish, which ties into Rule 34. If it exists, there is more of it, which is then followed by 35. If there isn't any, there will be. Apparently it's, if there isn't any, make it. If there isn't any, there will be. R, as Eric wearing shorts. Despite that being weird, it has a lovely community. R, taxpayers. It is called the taxpayer because it's the position the government is most keen to when fucking us. Anal sex while standing on somebody's head. Edit. Fixed typo. R, chairs underwater. NSFW, there is not submerged fully in water, by the way, if you guys get confused. Edit. You guys can stop pointing out the other thread that said this. I was saying this because it's literally Rule 3 of the subreddit. That's my favorite. It. Love when they're fully submerged. It's way more wholesome. Our is basically from another dimension, incomprehensible to the human mind. Fun fact, our was in Italy, made by a redditor for CSS practice. It was made as an attempt to see how obnoxious you could make the subreddit via CSS. How far can we push CSS before it breaks? Quote. Our fourth world problems. Our fifth world problems. Our sixth world problems. Our seventh world problems. Take your pick. Can someone describe the basic premise of each one? I get that fourth world is very caveman-like. But what about the successive ones? Seventh is like a computer dystopian thing. Everyone needs to take their object, medicine, and listen to the entity, administration. Sixth is just confusing. Pretty sure it's just everyone typing in glitched text. Fifth world is a void, I'm pretty sure. Fourth is caveman. One time I broke caveman character and it wasn't received well. Are real bees fake effects? Like, why does this exist? It exists because top hats are glorious and even bees deserve to experience them. Because our birds with arms didn't have enough bees or top hats. Flex biceps top hat. Are illness fakers? The premise is simple. It's posting things people post where it's obvious they're faking an illness. However, it seems like a huge portion of the sub is dedicated to posting all the content from a handful of people, to the point where it feels more like a group stalking. There's only a handful of approved people you can talk about on the sub without getting banned. You have to compile evidence and the mods have to accept it in order to post about someone. That's why it's always the same people. Other boards on the internet talk about fakers much more in depth and there's no hardcore restrictions like on that sub. I feel like this is the only one I've seen that hasn't been posted every time someone makes one of these weird subreddit posts, but it definitely deserves to be here the most. A lot of these other ones are just lol random subreddits, but this one has such a genuinely fucking bizarre intent behind its existence. Are attendees. Basically a bunch of people role-playing morbidly obese, voluntarily celibate grown men that wear diapers and live in their mom's basement. Edit. Forgot. Greatest subreddit war of all time was fought between the gaboys of our attendees and the chads of our chads rise up. Role-playing. Voluntarily. Based on the name, I was hoping it'd be a sub devoted to chicken tenders. Our Grandpa Joe hate. Fuck Grandpa Joe. Who's Joe? Joe Mama. Are coming in figurines. NSFW. Don't go in there. It's not a joke subreddit. It's literally people doing that and taking pictures of it. That's why you never ever buy anime figures secondhand. RWTW fought Magic Rat Cap. When the water flows over the milk jug at just the right angle to create a bubble.
Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox.